I need you to hear this as a man who has lived it, not just read it. I remember the first self-help book I ever read, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Bro, I thought I was him, you know? Every chapter I read, yeah, I swear I felt my IQ rising. Bro, I told myself, Bello, you're about to become the most eloquent, charismatic man alive. You have to understand, Bello from 2009 hated reading. The only time I ever touched a book was when teachers forced me in literature class. So the moment I willingly picked up a book in my adulthood, my ego convinced me that the act of reading was already self-improvement. That alone blocked me from seeing why I was reading this in the first place. And the reason I even grabbed this book, a blonde girl at the club humiliated me. Epiphany story for another day, eh? It took me about 2 whole months to finish this book. I would brag to my coworkers at the restaurant about it like I just solved world hunger. Bro, I am reading this book, it's by Dale Carnegie. I felt like Dale Carnegie himself. But here's the truth. 4 months after finishing it, I still sucked at talking to women. Still sucked at talking to men as well. Still couldn't hold a conversation. Still felt socially invisible. Then I watched my brother Samuel. This man would read 1 chapter of the book and suddenly he's out in the world doing public speaking, attending rallies, leading groups, talking with so much confidence and presence. So I asked him, have you read the book How to Win Friends and Influence People? He said, yeah, but I didn't finish it. I just applied the parts I read. GG's. GG's, bro. He didn't even finish the book. I finished it from cover to cover. You can see how beat up it looks, but I couldn't apply a single chapter from this. And I went straight from this book to Rich Dad Poor Dad. Bro, I thought I was about to become financially awakened, and I was still broke, still financially illiterate, still awkward, still socially anxious. Why is that? Because I was reading, not practicing, escaping reality, not entering it. Then the internet got worse. Our dopamine is cooked now. People don't even read anymore. They scroll. Reels, TikTok, 60-second wisdom, instant self-help hits that make you feel like you're growing, but you're actually rotten. And I wasn't any different. I started watching social confidence podcasts, approaching women breakdowns, CEO interviews, body language experts, dating coaches. I consumed hours. I felt superior to the guys watching Mr. Beast and brain rot content, if you will. But I was in the same boat, my brother, doing nothing, taking no action, mental masturbating, my brother. I genuinely believed knowledge equals confidence. Yes, the moment reality humbled me. I finally went and approached a woman, and this happened. Excuse me, where are you from? Where are you from?
Mississippi.
Did I catch you at a bad time?
Huh?
Did I catch you at a bad time?
No.
What's your name?
I have to go first.
Fair enough. I remember standing there thinking, Bello, you don't know anything. You've heard it, you've watched it, you've read it, you've talked about it, but you don't know it because you haven't lived it. That was the moment my ego died. And thank God, because I had no choice, my brother. After that, I made a decision. No more dating apps, no more escaping, no more fake confidence from videos. I was going to get my reps in. You get me? 2022 to now, I approached, failed, stuttered, embarrassed myself, learned, refined, sharpened, recalibrated. And guess what? I got better, way better. And that is why I coach now, to help men who were as miserable as I was. You get me? But here's where it gets dark. As I started creating POV approach content, I realized something sinister. I was playing into the same brain rot I escaped. Let me be brutally honest. POV approach content doesn't help you. In fact, it hurts you if you never take action. You see a guy like me talking to a beautiful woman and you start living vicariously through me. You think you are improving, but you are just stimulated. And some of you, let's be real, get so triggered and aroused by the fantasy that you go watch porn right after. Hello. So yes, even my content can destroy you if you never implement. That's why I pivoted my content strategy. That's why I tell stories now. That's why I include lessons, depth, psychology. I don't want to attract a mass of passive watchers. I want to attract men who are ready to act. Because if I weren't full POV content, I would have about 20k followers by now. Easy. Easy, my brother. But I don't want an audience of spectators. I want an audience of doers. And the men who work with me prove it. Lucas, insane result in 4 weeks. Daniel, breakthrough after breakthrough. Gargan, dates lined up weekly, not because they watched me, because they implemented. So I'll end with this. If you stop consuming my content after this video and actually take action, I wouldn't be mad. In fact, I would respect you more, you get me? But if you want speed, precision, and guidance, you already know what to do, eh? You can keep sharpening your sword inside the castle walls, or you can get into the real world with a dull blade and learn how to fight for real. You get me? The world responds to the man who lives, not the man who scrolls. So, my brother, choose wisely, eh? I would end it here, and I hope you all learn from this and actually take action and implement. That's all I can say, man. Take it easy, guys. In a bit.